Hey, you're watching Fulgore's videos, and I just recorded this video. Let's see. Yeah, right after my earbuds review, which I still have right here. Amazing. Alright, so let's get started. Where's my stuff? I'll start with my games. Here's another pawn shop adventure video. I got 2 new games for my Super Nintendo, which, because as you know, I always say it in case you don't know, SNES is the best. I mean, the Sega says Sega does what Nintendo don't. What's that? Have a bunch of add-ons and stuff? Yeah, old Sega or 90s rivalry. Anyways, SNES is the best. I got Earthworm Jim, the first Earthworm Jim, which I wasn't even expecting this. I wasn't expecting the other one either. Tetris Attack. Earthworm Jim I bought for $7, which I saw 2 other Earthworm Jims. Yes, they actually had 3 Earthworm Jims. Wow. Which this game is actually worth like about 14-15 bucks. Then on top of that, you have to spend $4 for shipping. So this is almost a $20 game. I got it for $7, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot harder than the Earthworm Jim 2. It has a lot less cheats. Like number 2, you have a cheat like to make yourself disappear, and you can like teleport throughout the map, like throughout the stage, and then like reappear wherever you wanted. You can't do that in this one, but you can do a stage skip, which I couldn't figure out how to do. I didn't really know this before, but you only have your little like red gun, and Earthworm Jim 2 you have a bunch of guns. The cheats, if you do a cheat, if in number 2 you'll hear like a noise like wow, like that. This you don't hear anything, so you don't know if you did the cheat right. You just have to, like, if you do the cheat for instant health, and you have to wait till you get hit in order for your health to go up. So it's kind of weird. So great game. I wasn't getting it for my Genesis, but it's messed up. I have to like tweak the RF cord in order to get to come in right, and my controllers are kind of iffy, but if I see it for the Genesis, I'll get it. But yeah, this is a great deal. I also saw one for 10 and another one for 14, which is still kind of worth it, but can't beat 7. And the other one's Tetris Attack, which if you don't know what it is, it's like Pokemon Puzzle League or Puzzle League on the DS. It's a great game. It really has nothing to do with Tetris except for it's a puzzle game. I mean, I'll tell people like, have you ever heard of Dr. Mario? And the other person will be like, oh, that game is just like Tetris, isn't it? No, it's nothing like Tetris. Tetris, you have a lot of blocks on the bottom, alright? Dr. Mario, you have 4 colors in a row, horizontal or vertically, or horizontal or vertically. Horizontal, or, yeah, whatever. I mean, Dr. Mario is like Tetris 2, but not like the first Tetris, the original Tetris. Tetris Attack, you have 3 colors, you try to get 3 colors in a row, and you can flip-flop your colors side by side, or kind of flip-flop like this. You can't do it like that, just like that. And when you get 3 or more in a row, then they go away. You want to get them all away until you get to a certain point, and then you pass level. And it's also got a 2-player mode, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. My brother's actually playing it, and when I was on the computer, and then he goes, "Oh my God, come, please help, come help, look." And I'm like, what are you talking about? I looked over there and said, it is a federal offense to copy Super Nintendo games and redistribute them without something. I didn't even read the whole thing. It was really weird. And I turned it off, turned it back on, and it said that for like 5 times until I took it out, put in Clay Fighter, turned it back on, and then it worked just fine. I guess it's worked fine ever since, which I'm really glad. So, you know, just to say right now, look at how good condition they're in. I mean, they look like they're fresh out of the packaging. Not one single, like, scratch or not one single, like, piece of what, except for the Sharpie, that's it. And actually, these games would be $14 added together. But the lady that works there is really nice. She sold them to me for $10. $10. This game's worth like $14 by itself, and you have to spend $4 for shipping. Almost about a $20 game. And this one would be like $13. You have to spend $4 for shipping. So yeah, I got a great deal at Cash House is that's my favorite pawn shop right now. Cause sure, Moneyman has tons of games, but a lot of games, like most of them are overpriced unless you know exactly what you want and you know exactly what's worth. And it's actually cheap. Like Chrono Trigger was 15. You know, that was the one exception, but other than that, they're really overpriced. I'll check my time. The camera, 5 minutes. Alright. The other pawn shop, Ace Spires, you have to know what stuff's worth and stuff, because they're really all about the money. They're one of those corporate pawn shops. And I usually wouldn't spend $5 for something so old, but it is something very obscure. It's the NES Max controller. This does look like a nub, like off PSP, but you don't just slide it. No, it just slides freely. But you actually still have to push down to what direction you want to go. So it's kind of like just a standard D-pad, only with a comfortable spot to put your thumb. I mean, if you were playing on this, your thumb might get tired of always pushing down on a little tiny, like, cross, maybe, I don't know, but on this, you just push down and slide which way you want to go. It's mostly good for games like Contra and or Defender, you know, you shoot 'em ups, because this game has turbo built right in, which is really cool. It's really small. The one thing that gets annoying is how high the buttons stick up. They stick up really high, unlike these buttons on the old NES controllers, the original. They don't stick all the way up. You know, you can just run your finger across them. On here, they stick right up, so it does get a little annoying, but it's still really cool because when you hold it, you know, your fingers, let's see, they just go right there, kind of like a PlayStation controller. It's really neat. So that was $5. A little steep, but not too bad. They actually had 2 of them, but I didn't want to waste them. I didn't want to spend that much money. Now this is the last one. The Xbox Logitech controller. This is amazing. It takes 2 AA batteries. It slides off like that. I spent $21 for this, or $21.50, somewhere priced like that. And that is a bit steep for an Xbox controller, but it's worth it because, for one, I only have 2 Xbox controllers. One that came with it when I got it at GameStop, which is a little tiny, like, Intech, I think, and it works okay except for the cord is like frayed, it's about ready to go out. And the other one is the Xbox controller that my cousin gave me that has duct tape like all throughout the cord, and every so often it'll cut out. And that's it. So I really need an Xbox controller for, like, if we play Halo or whatever, and I just want a good controller. And this is well worth it. It was used, but look how stiff the controls are. And they barely budge. And that's how you know you got a good controller. Unlike, let's see, I don't really have a 64 controller here, do I? I have a GameCube controller in here. Ooh, almost spilled orange juice. Okay. See, this one is a little loose, but not really. It's still really firm. Because this one came with our GameCube, and we hardly even used it. But, yeah, it's got salt and pepper buttons right there. It's really got a really nice texture, almost like on the black and white DS on the bottom of it. It's almost rubbery, but it's not. It's got a great feel to it. The D-pad is really good. It tilts really good. It's not too stiff. You can see how much it tilts, and it just contours your hand. It's just amazing. You can turn off vibration, turn back on if you want to save batteries. It turns off by itself, which is great, because on my Wavebird, I'd leave it on and then walk off, come back. It wasn't really my problem. It was more like my brother, or if somebody else was playing my Wavebird, they just would leave it on and careless, and they probably wouldn't make the batteries die, just run down after a while. And it is really close to the 360 controller. LR buttons are just perfect. They're stiff, but they don't stick out too far or anything like that. They're perfect. The range is amazing. I went outside my house and walked out like the front yard and walked all the way around to the other door, didn't cut out once. My brother said he did, but that's also when he got up and walked out. I mean, he said it didn't cut out until I walked back in, which doesn't make any sense because I'd be even closer. He was just saying that because he got up and walked off. But yeah, if you want a great Xbox controller, this is it. Here's the cord for it, which is okay. It doesn't take up 2 ports like some controllers do. One thing I noticed is that you don't have channels like the Wavebird. You just hit connect and boom, you're ready to go. So yeah, that was my new controller from Xbox. I'll do a review on it and show you. I'll show you at work. So yeah, I'll record videos and comment, rate, friend, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. I got more videos on the way.